we're really here to talk about is the video album Diverse Portfolio. The first song on that is Upper Echelon, produced by ZDot.
Big shout out to ZDot.
Any memories from that song, Bandy?
Yeah, it was a nightmare to record, wasn't it? Remember?
Was it?
Yeah, I was struggling with because I wrote the verses in the studio. Remember?
But that was. You don't normally do that, to be fair.
No, I don't usually do that.
No. But that was happening more and more because
the work rate was just there. Yeah. The work rate was there.
Running out of tunes. I mean, you got to remember we were putting back-to-back projects.
I think we got like 47 songs recorded here. You know. 47, yeah. 47 songs, you know.
And all the different projects. Where I'm From, do you remember doing the video?
Yeah, I remember recording Where I'm From. I remember writing Where I'm From. FlashyNizz sent me the beat.
Yeah, that beat from FlashyNizz.
He said obviously he's worked with the likes of Stardom and stuff like that. Yeah, shout out to him. My dad was in prison in Hillsborough at the same time as Stardom. He was speaking with Stardom, so I asked my dad to ask Stardom about FlashyNizz. He said he's good people and that, so I was like, right, boom. He sent me a beat pack. That beat resonated. I remember doing an all-nighter again, and then coming studio in the morning. I think I had like an hour of sleep, and I had the first verse, and then I had the hook, a bit of the hook, and then Natasha Boone come to link us for a studio session, and she's like, "Oh, can I put some harmonies on this?" Yeah. And she put some harmonies on it. So we started out with Where I'm From. It's not designed to make it. Where I'm From, surrounded by hatred. I thought I wanted to come away from all the grimy shit that I was putting down, all that anger I wanted to get out of me from prison and my past and all that. I was getting to a stage where I was reflecting on this rapping thing's happening now, it's working, and I wanted to kind of like speak about it and talk about my life as what I wanted to be as a rapper now, do you know what I mean? Like I'm already made it, you have to manifest it again. It's the second part of manifestation now, do you know what I mean? That's what that song kind of represents.
And that's then, Where I'm From.
Yeah. And then the next verse I was saying When I'm Gone then, so I'm saying when I'm gone, like when I'm leaving the game and I'm leaving, like I'm you know, once my travel ban's off, I'm taking my daughters, I'm going abroad, we're eating by the sea, like that was like my visualization for that. And then the video just went back to the block, went back to South Money, and we got all the cutaway shots and that, didn't we, of all like Manchester.
Is that when BangEm's on the
BangEm Smurf? Oh yeah, when we was in the studio, we need to talk about that.
That was the best session.
That was the sickest session. We're all in there. There was loads of us. We'll have to put some content in from that video clip. Think he'll have it. Menace will have that. Definitely. He'll have that. We've got some of it anyway,
it was busy.
It was a busy session. Everyone had mad energy.
So BangEm Smurf from that's an American
fella,
right?
Yeah.
So what was that sort of, what was that session sort of like, working with like American artists, but like in person?
It was an honour because prior to that, when we was at the Blue Tick show, we actually got to see BangEm's Blue Tick show. And he told the story of G-Unit, so picture being sat on the outside. This is one of my best memories as well, actually, to be honest, when I started thinking this is becoming like a dream come true now, do you know what I mean? Right. I'm sat watching BangEm Smurf from the original G-Unit, one of the original founding members of G-Unit, with 50 Cent telling the story of G-Unit there with the light in front of him. I'm sat this far away and we're spectating. It was like watching a play, do you know what I'm saying? It was just, that's the only way to describe it.
Movie,
but it was like, I can't even call it a play, but you know what I mean? A movie, do you know what I mean? And the way he's describing it, and this is raw and uncut, that we got to hear the story, do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, wow, I grew up watching this, and now I'm hearing the backstory of how it all came to be. You don't get to do that, bro. Do you know what I mean? I never could have envisioned that, do you know what I mean? And then obviously, BangEm being in here, and then he come in here and just put, I thought he was good. I didn't know what he was going to do. He was like, yo, Ross, stay patient, man. Never let your emotions supersede your intelligence, man. You know what I mean? And I was just like, this is powerful. We was just all in there in shock, like, oh, this is sick.
Yeah, it's proper.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's proper.
And that was the intro, and that's all you done. Dropped the mic and walked out, innit? Like, that's my bit done. Thank you, guys. Big shout out to BangEm Smurf, man.
We were just making tune after tune.
Innit?
It was like, it didn't really stop, innit? Just going off.
Natasha Bean wasn't very well on the day, but she still come in and lit it up. We're like, if that's how you sound when you're poor, you might imagine how you sound when you 100%. She came back and redone the vocals again for us, didn't she?
Of course, but she stuck it through even just to
she
put
did, just to put the vocals down
and stuff like that.
Everyone pulled together, man. It's, you know, when everyone's just serious energy, and you know what I mean.
And then Aches.
AK.
Oh my God,
he's a whirlwind in the studio, and he just makes it look easy, doesn't he? He's a natural, innit?
Yeah, BangEm going crazy as well, bruv.
I know. We've done that more money, more. more paper.
Because we actually got BangEm rapping, don't get it twisted. We got him rapping as well, bro.
No, we was practically just doing
Can't
four
stand how
bars.
Americans record, innit? They do this whole
They
like...
punch in every 2 lines, every 4 lines. Everything's a swagger.
Do it again. Just write it down. Just write it down. Practice it and then go and do it proper.
But
no,
rap
he was
top,
gassed. I can't even lie, he was gassed because I made it sound sick. I got him proper. I got him proper good.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would because it's good. Like I'm not used to those tones, innit?
Yeah.
So in that whole experience that you learned as well.
Brother, I learned so much through this thing. You don't understand. Because it became something I wanted to be very proud of. You know, not saying that any of my other projects aren't, but the hours, the people, everybody getting involved, everybody really like trying to pull their weight. It was just everybody was like we had our own little tribe, innit?
Yeah, that's what basically it was. We was locked in like a family. Like it was like the closest thing to describe it. You make relationships when you're in prison on the wing with people, don't you? People that you become friends with, and I'm still friends with many of these guys. For life now, do you know what I mean? I've met friends in prison that I'll be friends with for life. The producer sends some more than TC, just like, I'm on the keyboard, no, I'm not on the keyboard. Big shout out TC. Look at that, Lightning Murray Tracker done that fighting for your life when he didn't even finish on the keys. I just come in there, started rapping. I already had some lyrics from jail, but I wrote them down the block to no beat, so it didn't really have a flow. So I'm coming in there, instructing him. I'm coming in and said, I got an idea. TC's like, the beat's not finished yet. I said, just send that over and I'll let me go with it over in my head. Anyway, he's finishing off the beat and then you just press record and I started spitting. Gunzy comes walking in and I was like, we've done a song. Check this out.
Another one.
Do you know what I mean? And that's probably one of my favourite songs as well, bro.
Yeah, that was hard.
That was just natural. It come from nowhere, innit?
Was Chips there as well? I think Chip, big up Chips. I think he might have even been up. He came through as well, man. That's what I'm saying. The names, loads of people were just coming out everywhere.
Imagine this is the space of 14 months. Like
this is what I'm saying. I want to go to head of the pack. Would you remember about shooting the video for that, recording the song? Because that's one of the ones you done early, but we put it on the project.
I think with Head of the Pack, after Fire in the Booth, I had to follow something. So wait a minute, I done Fire in the Booth. No, I done South of the Southside, Fire in the Booth. And then I ended the year on a high. I was trying to get Head of the Pack out on New Year's. I wanted it out on New Year's Day to start the year initially. And Ryno On The Beats, who became one of my closest friends now. I was working with Ryno from prison, and then we became close friends, and then became actually friends outside of prison. He was on the I was. And
he's the baddie in the movie.
Yeah, and he's the baddie in the movie as well, which is the total opposite to what Ryno would be in real life, I suppose. So that was good. But so basically, I wanted to get it out on New Year's Day. We couldn't. Ryno wasn't able to get the mix in place on New Year's Eve. Literally, fireworks are going off. It's 12 o'clock, and I'm still saying we need to get this out for tomorrow. But it just never happened. We got it out a few days after. We filmed Head of the Pack. Big shout out to Drive to Comfort. He brought us one of them VTO minivans with the stars in the roof and that. I got my nephews. Went to a little mansion party. Filmed it at the mansion. So yeah, man, we went there. We went and filmed it at our mansion. There was a mansion party there. Brought all my nephews through. I just went with the young bucks and that, and then it was good to show my nephews like, look, this shit's working, because I was in jail with some of my nephews as well, and I'm rapping in jail. I'm saying, when I get out, this is what I'm on. Do you know what I'm saying? So my nephews came through. We had a party. We filmed it, and then headed back to Manny. Man, it was sick. That was Head of the Pack. Some content I used from prison, from training, and like yeah, man, it was kind of like Head of the Pack. I wanted it to be a roundup of the year, the Fire in the Booth. I had some content from Charlie Sloth behind the scenes and that. Bits and bobs on my podcast with Billy the Goat. Because I've done a podcast with Billy the Goat. Big shout out to Billy the Goat. Yeah. So it was a roundup of the year. Head of the Pack was a roundup of the year. That's why I wanted it out on New Year's Day. It didn't happen that way, but you know, it doesn't always go according to plan. But that was a big one. Head of the Pack kind of kept the momentum up. Big shout out to Ryno Beats for the production on that. Yeah, man, that was Head of the Pack wrapped up.
Yeah, that's one of the fan favourites on the statistics. Another one of the fans' favourites, and one of, if not my favourite, NCA Most Wanted with OzzCash.
OzzCash. Couldn't even write it.
Do you not remember
You
about
couldn't
that?
even write it. OzzCash, man. I was chatting to OzzCash when I was literally in Cat D. I was chatting to OzzCash. I was watching him from prison when he was just coming up. And then when I got out, I hit him up. And then we were chatting backwards and forwards, and then I invited him to meet me at Fire in the Booth. He's come through, represented with the packs and that for my daughter and that, you know what I mean?
Cool.
As he always does, man.
Big up
Proper
Oz,
brother.
Big up OzzCash.
Big up OzzCash. That little bro, that, do you know what I mean? He's proper, become one of my close friends now. And yeah, man, so he come Fire in the Booth. I introduced him to my nephews. They're still friends to this day. It was just a good, solid link up, do you know what I mean? And then, yeah, after that, when I come back up to go and do review guns there, then he come through for a session, didn't he? We was already cooking, weren't we? And he just passed through. We got some beats off Fire, again. Fire had sent a beat pack. It was like a mad random narco type
EVOL on production.
EVOL on production. I've been speaking with EVOL as well. I've been chatting with him. Big shout out to EVOL on productions. Fire come up with this beat pack. It was a mad jazzy beat that had a bit of a narco sound to it. Obviously, OzzCash's story similar to mine. He's on that. So yeah, it was NCA's Most Wanted. He got nipped by the NCA, as did I. And then we wanted to call it NCA Brick Boys. Everyone was like, yo, you sound like fucking bad boys for life. Like, yo, we're going to go for a coffee like we're NCA Brick Boys. You know what I mean? Like some Fed type shit. So we called it NCA's Most Wanted.
I said, no.
Yeah, we're going to call it NCA Brick Boys. That's what me and fucking Oz was going to call it. But everyone else is like, why for that, bro? You sound like narcs, not
because
narcos.
when you put boys after something, you're working with CIA boys. That's what they would call themselves. Or the NCA boys, if they're out, the feds are, and then they're in the pub and there's 10 of them. They'll be like, yeah, we're the NCA boys. That was my argument. You're not hearing it?
I hear you still. I hear you.
Yeah. But yeah, big shout out to Oz anyway. It was a different kind of style. It wasn't my usual style. And I know Oz came out of his comfort zone as well, because he's more laid back with his rap. He's got like an old school crisp sound to him, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He's got that smooth voice and
I think the fans like it, so I think that's all that kind of matters.
Yeah, it was mad. It was
definitely
jumping.
That was a song that was
creative.
That was the experience, because watching him in the booth is like, you know how I play football? That's how it was.
Oh, okay.
He was on smoke.
Yeah.
Trust me, my man was in the booth on smoke, my big.
Yeah, we set the tone, so I'm in there writing my bars. Oz is in there absolutely bodying it. I'm thinking, yo, he's on,
my man
he's on
floated
fire.
in and caught two. I think he recorded a song that freestyle. He wanted to do himself. So come in there, laid his own song, and then said, yeah, what do you want me to do? And then laid two for us. Like nothing. And then all of it is 10-10 as well.
In the meantime, I'm still writing my verse in there, going under thinking, yo, it's taking a torch here. I need to get in there. Like, what?
Should you prefer sessions
there watching him like
sessions like that where you're kind of like pushed out of like your comfort
zone? Yeah. And I think that's what I've experienced. Coming to London's definitely took me out my comfort zone. So when you take me back to Manny now, it's baby food. You throw on any beat, any time, any place, anywhere, anyone, and it's game time. Do you know what I mean? I've had the best fight camps you can have. Do you know what I mean? I've been up here with the greats now. Do you know what I mean? I've been in the studio with Professor Green. We need to talk about that as well. Jesus.
So bam. Next is RKID, Frankie, legend.
XP, man.
TC on the beat,
man,
on that one, absolute genius.
Yeah,
TC,
the genius.
Shout him out. Cause I see you make a beat in like 5 minutes from scratch.
Whilst I'm writing in there, innit? Do you know what I mean?
we had. I mean, even one of the tracks, we had TC. He was at a party, but we needed a new drum.
Oh yeah.
He's
a legend.
But we needed a drum pattern.
We needed a drum pattern. It wasn't sitting. My man's whipped up the laptop.
At
a
party.
Cool.
Made us the beat.
Send it over.
And send it over to me.
Whilst we're in there.
But that's why, like again, it just shows how we were moving.
I know. Militant, innit?
Militant.
And if you weren't getting back to us, we weren't circling back when you were in it. The train was going one way, innit? If you weren't on board, you ain't getting off, and you ain't getting on it. Like, we're on it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Now, did you clock that though? What man said?
I respect it.
Man came here, man had half a sample of a beat that man wanted to lace. Man shouted the TC on the beat He said he's at a party, but he's got his laptop and made the beat in the party and sent it back to us while man is in the booth.
Someone determined, man. Big him up still.
Shout out TC.
Shout out TC. So yeah, we recorded that one with Oz, got that done, didn't we? We moved on to the one with TC.
Now talk about Rough Life and Young Saber, one of the first ones.
Young Saber, man. Big up Young Saber for his people, innit? You know what I mean?
Shout out Young Saber, because that's when I started working with you, that's one of the first people I went to see and basically said, what's the plan, what should I do? And basically got a blueprint of him and just ran with that from there. So shout out Young Saber.
He's good to work
Rough
with.
Life.
Look how quick the Saber thing happened.
Yeah, nah, he set pace. This is what I'm saying. So man went to him first, got the blueprint, worked on the song with him. He got the beat sent over in 5 minutes.
13th of March, man.
Produced by Create Classic.
Big shout out, nobody.
Done his verse, laced his verse. Then he flew out to Jamaica, recorded his part of the video. Then we recorded our part of the video here and put it together.
Red Trigger, he sent it over. I done the verse. I think we done the verse in one hit as well. Didn't we? Just done one take to it, innit? Sent it back to him. Said, "Are you happy?" He said, "Yeah, let's go." Got it mixed and mastered, and then next minute the video was back up to run the
Shout out
video.
Hotline Freestyle.
Shout
out Hotline Freestyle and Ill Will for shooting that
short
video
notice
and
as well.
That day.
And Wardrobe Luxury again.
Wardrobe Luxury again, once again.
Definitely, man.
G by now.
G by now.
That's the one that's out right now. That just came out.
That's just dropped. So go and run that up.
That was the last minute
replacement for the Slay track. Shout out to Slayer.
Big up Slayer.
Old school MC from Manchester. One of the most established artists I wanted to work with. He moved into drum and bass.
Shout out my cousin.
Yeah, that's Gunzy's cousin as well, which is mad because I mentioned it. Gunzy's like, that's my cousin. I was like, mad, no way.
Small world, isn't it?
That's my friend, man, from years ago.
So how did this song come about though? G by now, because like
G by now, last minute replacement
for the track with Slay. I wanted to work with Slayer, old school MC. Originally, he was part of Mayhem crew, which I grew up listening to. MCs. He moved into drum and bass, started smashing it in the drum and bass scene. One of my favourite artists. He can rap, he can do everything. But Jester's the next one to watch out for. He's like slaying Sphinx all rolled into one with a Tasmanian devil inside of him. Do you know what I mean? He's ripping up everything. But yeah, man, Slayer, big shout out to Slay. We couldn't get the clearance on the Mobb Deep sample. Funnily enough, we got a song coming out with Mobb Deep soon as well. So that's a next shout. But yeah, we couldn't get the clearance on the Mobb Deep sample. So then we done G by now as a replacement for the project at the last minute.
So what was that studio session like? Because see the way the chorus hits and like the energy, it's like, what was that like? It sounds mad, innit? Like,
it's the beat. Yeah, so big shout out to EVOL and the beat anyway.
Yeah,
when that guitar comes in and that, it's serious, and then that just kind of set the tone from there.
Yeah, that's my favourite beat on that.
And then obviously like even like you know what I mean? Everyone's like
shout out Apes on that.
Shout out Apes, man. You know he always brings the energy. Apes always brings the energy.
He seems like a mad person in the studio. Well. Like he's got that tone. It's just like that energy. Like it's like it's like mad, innit? Like
no, it's hungry.
He savaged the track the other day when we done a track. I put a verse down and he just went in and savaged it. Like, he one taked it the first time, didn't he? And then
I think to be fair, I think your voices suit because of the different tones in it and patterns.
You're
on the backbeat, whereas he's in the front of the beat all the time. It's sick. It sounds proper. And when you two you gas each other. So
it's just natural, innit?
Trust me.
Comfortable,
innit? Proper.
Alright, so the next song, Glass of Milk with Clue.
Yeah, man. Big shout out to Clue.
Bandy, you remember when he come true?
Yeah, bruv.
Clue Ghost, tell him.
Days. I didn't realise how tall he was, bruv.
I know he's massive. He made me got small, innit?
Trust me, bruv.
He's like Clue.
Another body bigger than me, bruv. That's mad.
I wonder if he calls it on the landing. He's really like on the landing, all 7 foot of him.
Trust me.
Big shout out to Clue, man.
Yeah, so that was Clue. That was cold.
So was that recording it, man? Like, what was just that studio session at the end?
It was sick because I was chatting with Clue from prison. I sent him my first videos in jail on remand. I sent him and Yes the Boys. And then we ended up chatting from prison, like little messages here and there, but I was still establishing myself. And then I chatted to him a few times when I got out, and I didn't know that Gunzy actually knew him as well. And Gunzy saying, who do you want to work with on the project and that? And I mentioned Clue as definitely one of my favourite artists that I wanted to work with. And then we was in the studio kind of tying up our loose ends. But Clue said to me, we'll have to get a studio session in, so on and so forth. But you know what? There's no rush though, broski. We'll end up linking up and it'll end up happening organically. Surely enough, Gunzy turns out that he knows him, and then obviously he's ended up coming through here. He asked me to be a part of his project, which I was honoured to be a part of. He asked me to do a verse for him. So I was like,
What's that one called?
Tenacious. Tenacious is his project, and it's called Outside. And me personally, a big shout out to Clue, man. Go and check out Tenacious. Ross the Boss. Got to feature on that. You get me? And he had selective man on his project, and I'm glad that I'm a part of that. That was a big accomplishment for me. So in 1 year, I ended up being on Clue's project, which was a big accomplishment. Again, I could have never envisioned it. Do you know what I mean? Being on Jordan McCann's project with Southside 2. And being on Robba Hole's final project, Bagwork 3. So that's his final project. So I got to be on 3 man's projects and in 1 year, and that was like, right,
Fresh out of jail.
you know what I mean? This is happening now. You know what I
40
mean?
months. That's mad.
And every single one of these man owe me a verse, but Clue come back straight away, boom, gas and milk. Yeah, I got a verse for you, bros. Send it straight over. But you only sent him a 12-bar gap. So we recorded 12 bars and we recorded the last 4 when he was here on the day of filming. Bad man Clue just represented.
Yeah, of course.
But we were doing 100 things at once, though, weren't we? Do you know what I mean?
I wanted to record him as well, trust.
Yeah. And then Clue came through and actually recorded it. We recorded together, then, which made it that 10 times more organic, which is what he said would happen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I don't know if it's the luck of the Irish. Actually, no, one more. Drill. PS still to come. That's the next one that's dropping.
Yeah,
PS is a bad man, you know. He's a bad man. He's a proper brother. South London again, in it from the North, South money, you know what I mean? The link up's real, you get me. But I remember when you kicked into him at first and you were saying, yo, do you want to work with Ross the Boss? He's like, I liked what he said, yeah. He said, I don't know, obviously, we'll see how we get on energy-wise in the studio together. But I thought that was some real shit, yeah. He didn't know, mate. He's only seen me music. Because you don't want to just go working with anyone. Everyone's got to have the credit checks as well, do you know what I'm saying? That you got to have your credentials checked out and then obviously you might not work well together, you know what I mean? Anyway, we come in the studio and we ended up making 2 songs in the same day, and the energy was just mad. Got some pieces. He come from far. I don't want to say that again. He came a mission away to come. I went a mission all the way back, do you know what I mean? But yeah, we got a serious session in. He had me bringing my pen game, because the way, and watching him record as well, with his ad-libs and his stabs and that, I learned a lot from him. Like, oh, okay, so you can take your time to put in this and put in that, and leave these gaps to give yourself a breath and overdub it and make the verse sound more full. So I learned a lot from PS, man. Big shout out to PS. We got the tracks down, and then we recorded some stuff out of town, outside of London because of his license conditions. So we could only be in certain areas, so we couldn't go to Peckham to film it. Filmed it out the way, come up with the idea of the cafe scene and built up a whole like story around it, do you know what I mean? And then we done that, and then we realised we didn't have just quite enough for such a good song. So then he come down to Manny with Gunzeb, went to South Manny, we went and filmed it in Mosside, actually outside Chicken Run, another like staple part of the Manchester, you know.
And the American scene as well, over the bridge.
Oh yeah, then we done another scene, we went through Hume, we went into Hume Park, everyone was doing the, calisthenics, when they're doing all the pull-ups and stuff. I bumped into my godson playing basketball. My best friend was there with his son. I seen some head doormen that you used to see back in the day in town. He's with all his friends. Everyone's just smoking, chilling. It was a hot summer's day. We went to the Legende headquarters, didn't we, to get garmed up. Big shout out to Legende, man, patting in the clothes every time, Jerome. Big shout out the whole team.
Shout out that jacket, that's a mad thing.
Yeah, come on, bro. This is the new
moving
drop,
like
bro.
Kanye now, fam.
Patting me with the new drop for the freestyle, man. Legende all the way through now, man. Fucking hell.
It's the way forward.
But yeah, man, big shout out to Legende. PS came through, he got some garms in that from Legende and that he was feeling the quality. It was a serious productive day, man, and they made the video that bit better. Big shout out to Jay from UK Overstood as well for filming that. And the Manchester shot by what was it called? Shot by the guy who come and covered it, man.
Can't remember, you just have to add that
Big him up, man.
Shout him out, bro. Shout
him out, innit?
OG stuff. Alright, boom bam. So the luck of the Irish, I'm saying that obviously not trying to be big headed or give you credit on that, but all of the features you worked with have been all very good decisions because they've had a very positive trajectory after you've worked with them.
1,000,000%, yeah.
And obviously that was the trajectory they was already on, but it just goes to show that made a lot of decisions. So shout out Aches.
Yeah, so even from working with the likes of ZDot, one of the most serious producers you could work with, when we went into his studio, seeing all the plaques on his wall, do you know what I mean? The beats that he brought to the table. Big shout out to ZDot for Upper Echelon and multiple other songs on the project as well.
Make anything, that guy,
go and check him out, man. Sure. My big cousin Dr. G, man, he was firing beats over. We even raised something with Benny Banks, didn't we? But I'm swaying for Benny's verse. Dr. G again just fired it straight over. He fired over the gigs beat as well, I believe, as well. Straight for Hollow Man. Big shout out to PS HitSquad for that track, Drill. Go and check it out. Dr. G for everything he provided for the project. Go and check out my big cousin Dr.
Yeah,
G.
that one was fire. Where I'm from, FlashyNizz.
Where I'm from, FlashyNizz from
FlashyNizz.
Birmingham.
Yeah.
Need to link back up with him again, get down to Brum, work with some Birmingham artists next. I think that's the next city that I want to tap in with. Got some milk. Clue, big shout out to Clue, Ghost on the landing. What we're doing here, and YEKKI Productions, you see what I'm saying?
Beat. Head of the pack, Ryno On The Beats.
Head of the pack, thanks to Ryno On The Beats, you made me the hardest in the streets, and especially from my fire in the booth beat as well. Head of the pack, and allegedly as well, bro.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You made allegedly. We didn't touch on allegedly.
Yeah, now we got it on there though. NCA Most Wanted, OzzCash, EVOL.
NCA Most Wanted, big shout out to OzzCash, that's little bro, man, and he's absolutely blowing up now. No one deserves it more than him. He put the effort in, and EVOL on the beat as well. Big shout out to EVOL, been chatting him recently. Go and check that out.
Yeah.
RKID, Frankie, TC on the beat.
RKID Frankie, I know him as XP.
Yes,
Big shout out to XP,
Frankie.
TC on the beat, and it turns out his band is good friend as well, so we're linked in even more. Big shout out to Frankie, XP.
G by now, Aches, EVOL on productions.
G by now, you gotta shout out Aches, man. He's been there every step of the way, all the way through, man. Yeah, my bro, that, trust me, man. And yo, big shout out to the producer as well, man.
Rough Life, Young Saber, James Rodigan on the beat.
Rough Life, Young Saber, man. What a serious, we was serious working with Saber, man. He put us in good stead. And big shout out to James Rodigan on the beat as well, man. It was a pleasure to work with him, man. Real talk.
Big him up.
Big him up every time.
So 2025 is almost done. 2026, what can we look forward to? Like,
Well, the next project, now we wrapped up, we just wrapped up Diverse Portfolio, sorry. Trojan Horse is the next project, short movie. And again, we got some serious features on there, real talk, innit?
Yeah, definitely.
Got Daff on there, big shout out to the big dog Daff. Got 2 tracks in with Daff, one for his project, which I believe is dropping on his birthday, the 24th of December, on his birthday.
Shout
I'll be on that track with Daff. I just got the chorus back before I showed you, man. Serious.
Shout out Casher.
Shout out Daff, though, man.
Daff, the realest one.
And then we've got a track for our project off Daff, which I'm very happy with. I think my verse on that's serious. And I had to bring my pen game for my man, didn't I? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, he made me step it up again. So big shout out to Daff and Professor Green.
Talk about the studio with Professor
going to his home, like meeting him at the Hotline Freestyle was one thing. I was in awe, do you know what I mean? And then being around him at the DJ AG, got to know him a bit more on a personal level. We've exchanged numbers. He wished me Merry Christmas last year, and my baby mother's heard his voice like, yo, Ross the Boss, Merry Christmas to you and the family. You know how his voice is, and my baby mother's like, who's that? I'm like, oh, it's Professor Green. She's like, what? And I'm like, oh, you're interested now, yeah? You thought I was going to flop with it on this rap stuff, do you know what I mean? She's thinking, this guy's chasing some rap dream and that, what's he on about? He's just got out of jail. Like, you need to be bringing in the peas, do you know what I mean? You've been gone for years, so we want peas, do you know what I'm saying? Not rap.
Dishing out the food. And then writing 4 bars in his head and lacing it. Then coming back talking to us, dishing out food. Then saying in the time he's been talking to us and dishing out the food, he wrote another 4 in his head and goes and lace it in front of you. And you're saying, but wait, when have you had time to be writing? I've just been talking to you. So he's saying, as in the conversation I'm having with you, I written the 4 bars and dished you food out and poured your drink.
Multitask.
I said, nah, I didn't even know.
He'll do things where he'll hear someone say something, like
use the word
slowly in the booth over there and go, only in the booth, and then whatever conversation just stops and he goes, okay, cool, and then he's in the booth, right, and then next bit, no, it's different. The track gets done like that.
Big him up still, man. Yeah, man. We need to hear this, man. We need him in the booth.
Proper soldier, bro.
When you're out here in this jungle, when he done that on DJ AG, everyone was going mad.
I'm not surprised. It's a banger. That's why.
Gone from buying his CD and listening to it in my kitchen to being in his home at his studio. I never could have envisioned that.
Yeah, no,
I didn't see that. The life I was living then to be this side of the coin now. You know what I mean? It goes to show anything is possible, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, mad sick.
What about the Mobb Deep feature you got for them in the
shout
chamber?
out to Mobb Deep, man. Young Noid.
Dr. G.
Not Young Noid, Big Noid, sorry. Big shout out to Big Noid, Young Noid, Big Noid. I think I'm getting high off the fumes, you know. Big shout out to Big Noid, man, for my cousin Dr. G. He works with all the American artists. He brought them over. Remember, we were coming from the Blue Tick show, and he's saying, "Do you want to go to Mobb Deep in London? They're over here. I'll get you pattern." Me and you was gonna go through, but we ended up doing the Blue Tick show, didn't we? We didn't go, but.
Or was it Pac-Man or Blue Tick?
No, it was at Blue Tick show, and then we could have went to Mobb Deep afterwards. Remember? Oh no, it wasn't. You're right. It was Pac-Man.
Okay.
It was Pac TV in it. Pac TV. We was like, you're right. We've done so much shit. I can't. It's just all rolled into one.
Yeah, busy still.
Yeah,
busy 40 months.
attack. But see how everyone was getting on. So it's just we were only putting up like little things on socials, and everyone just knew that we was just doing the circuit of just getting everything done. Do you know what I mean? We made a noise in it. We made a noise. We definitely made sure everyone knew we was.
Yeah, bruv,
we was
working
here.
hard, bruv. It was like Ross was like, you know, when you go in the boxing gym, you always see two fighters. Yeah, bruv, that was Ross, bruv. Always
on the bag, innit?
On the bag, fucking always in here, always doing, bruv, the most proper.
Nah,
But it wouldn't have been possible without you,
without
Bandy.
you, innit?
So thank you.
Yeah,
really
vital
appreciate
part
that.
still.
Serious.
Shout out Bandy.
Thank you.
We appreciate you, family. Alright, so we're trying to get a show done
Yes.
in Manchester
Yes.
before the end of the year
Let's get it done.
with
man.
some
Ready.
surprise performers.
Yes.
Talk to me.
Let's go, innit? I'm ready to go, man. I think it's showtime now, you know. I think doing the gigs performance, doing the Jordan McCann performance in Cardiff, gigs in London, doing the RBL, and I ended up headlining it at a moment's notice, even though we didn't make it. It's ready to do my own show now. It's time now, innit? It's time. So I think end of the year, just before Christmas, I think give the people what they want. Do you know what I mean? Do a show now. I'm ready.
Are you looking forward to it more now?
Yeah, because it's gonna be the Rasta Boss show now, and then we're gonna be the ones calling the shots.
The
innit?
roster
Boss.
boss.
Hey,
I think we've earned it,
guys.
Say 100%.
And I think it'll be a celebration of all the projects and everything we've done to like, actually perform the music to the crowd that they've not heard. You know what I mean? And we've got serious features as well.
Yeah, definitely. End-to-end encryption as well.
End-to-end encryption. I've recorded that from jail down the phone, from jail for the jail. Do you know what I'm saying? So.